The chandelier cast long shadows across the dining table the moment my sister Vanessa opened her mouth. I mean, let's be honest, she said, spearing a roasted carrot with deliberate calm. Raising a boy alone has to take a toll. Ethan seems quieter than usual. A little lost, maybe. A steady male presence might make all the difference. My fork stopped halfway to my mouth. Ethan, my 11-year-old, froze beside me, eyes wide, cheeks flushing pink. I set the fork down very slowly. What exactly are you suggesting, Vanessa? She gave that small, pitying smile I'd learned to dread. Just an observation. Two-parent homes statistically produce more confident, higher-achieving kids. That's not opinion, that's data. Her husband, Michael, nodded without looking up from his plate. She's right. The research is pretty clear. My mother sighed, folding her napkin with precision. We're only saying this because we worry, Sarah. Ethan's such a sweet boy, but he is reserved. Your brother's children are so outgoing. I glanced at my niece and nephew, both younger than Ethan, hunched over handheld games, earbuds in, oblivious to the conversation. Apparently, that counted as outgoing. Ethan makes straight A's, I said, voice steady. He takes cello lessons. He helps at the community garden every Saturday. He's fine. My father cleared his throat, the same dismissive sound he'd used when I announced I was keeping the baby after my husband died. That's all well and good, but structure matters. Routine. A traditional family unit. Perhaps if you'd considered. Considered what? The coldness in my chest sharpened. Before Ryan's accident 5 years ago? Before the drunk driver took him from us? The table stilled. Silverware clinked once, then nothing. Vanessa waved a hand. We're not rehashing ancient history. We're talking about Ethan's future. And frankly, that small condo, the endless overtime at the credit union, it can't be easy. It's not, I said quietly. But we're managing. She arched a brow. Mom mentioned you turned down the class trip to Costa Rica because of money. Ethan pushed his chair back an inch. The scrape sounded deafening. I'm full. See? Vanessa gestured toward him like a closing argument. He's upset. Kids need stability. Role models. Success they can see. I reached into my tote bag and withdrew the slim black folder I'd carried for 4 days, ever since the delinquency alert landed in my inbox. I'd almost left it in the glove compartment tonight. Almost. Success they can see, I repeated, placing the folder in the center of the table with a soft thud. You mean like the 5-bedroom house with the pool you post every weekend? The one you call blessed in every caption? Vanessa's smile faltered. What are you? I opened the folder. Your mortgage is 4 payments behind. Arrears total $21,300. The lender issued the formal notice 11 days ago. Michael's knife clattered against porcelain. How do you even know that? I don't work in customer service at the credit union, Michael. I'm the senior mortgage underwriter. Regional level. 3 years now. My father leaned forward. Sarah, this is private. Private? I slid the first page toward them. The same way it's private when you criticize my parenting. When you imply my son is broken because he lost his father. When you've spent half a decade comparing him, quietly, always so politely, to your well-adjusted grandchildren. Vanessa's face drained of color. You're twisting everything. Am I? I pulled out the next document. Michael's been unemployed since March. You haven't told the family. You burned through the emergency fund by September. Credit cards since then. Lots of them. My mother pressed a hand to her throat. Vanessa. It's temporary, Vanessa whispered. He's had callbacks. We're fine. You're not fine, I said. You have 38 days before auction proceedings begin. Less if you keep ignoring the calls. My father slammed a palm down. This is spiteful. Airing your sister's hardship like dirty laundry. Spiteful? My voice stayed soft, dangerously so. Spiteful is telling my son repeatedly that he's incomplete. That single mom's produce damaged kids. That he's lacking because he doesn't have a dad to toss a football. Spiteful is letting him overhear that he's less than, year after year, until he starts wondering if his father's death was somehow his fault. Silence swallowed the room whole. I reached into the folder again. Do you know who covered your October, November, and December mortgage payments? Vanessa's eyes widened to saucers. $2,000 a month, I said. Direct from my checking account to your lender. You never noticed because it posted as anonymous assistance. I did it for the kids. For my niece and nephew. I thought maybe, if I helped, you'd eventually stop looking down on us. Ethan stared at me, something fierce and bright flickering behind his eyes. But transfers can be reversed, I continued, laying the final printout down. I placed the stop order Monday. It'll hit tomorrow. Your new balance due jumps to $23,300. Vanessa's voice cracked. You can't. I already did. My father looked at me like he was seeing me for the first time. Sarah. I'm done absorbing your pity, I said, rising slowly. Done watching Ethan shrink every time someone suggests he's flawed because his family doesn't look like yours. Done pretending that love means swallowing insults with dessert. I gathered the papers. Ethan's already been accepted, full ride to the Honors Institute at Ridgewood Prep. Starts next semester. The admissions team called his essay extraordinary. It was about grief, resilience, and the mother who taught him worth isn't measured in square footage or two-parent checkboxes. Ethan's small hand slipped into mine. You have 38 days, I told the table. Maybe Michael lands a job. Maybe you sell the boat. Maybe you ask your flawless friends for help. But you won't be asking me. Not again. My mother reached out. Sarah, please. Family. Family lifts each other up, I said. Family doesn't spend years chipping away at a child's self-worth to prop up their own insecurities. Until that changes, Ethan and I are finished with these dinners. I turned toward the door, Ethan's fingers tight in mine. As we reached the hallway, he looked up. Mom. Yeah, sweetheart. That was epic. I laughed real, surprised laughter that loosened something deep inside. You think? He nodded. You fought for us. We stepped into the cool night air. My phone began vibrating almost instantly. I silenced it without looking. In the car, Ethan asked quietly, were you really paying their house? For a while, I admitted. I hoped kindness would change things. Did it? No. I started the engine. But tonight wasn't about them. It was about you seeing the truth. We're not broken. We're strong. We're enough. He smiled, small, certain. I already knew that. I glanced at my son, this brave, brilliant boy who'd carried loss with quiet grace. Let's get tacos, I said. And ice cream. And watch that sci-fi movie you've been begging for. His eyes lit up. Just us. Just us. As we drove away from the big house and its perfect illusions, I felt the weight of 5 years lift. Not the anger that was righteous. But the hunger for their approval. The fear of their judgment. We'd never needed it. We were already whole.